Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Season 6 is bringing back one of the most popular events we've ever seen in Warzone history, that being the Haunting of Verdansk, or the Haunting as it's also known. Of course, last year during Season 6 of Modern Warfare in Warzone, we got the first ever Halloween event, and that introduced a ton of really cool stuff, including the whole night version of Verdansk. We had the Zombies Royale mode, we had various crossovers with Jigsaw, for instance. The Haunting of Verdansk was and is still one of the best LTMs and events we've ever had in Warzone history. And this year for Halloween, we're going to see a very similar event, just known as the Haunting this time. And it's coming up here in just a few weeks. And today we're going over basically everything we know about the Haunting event update as of right now. So as we go over it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it, would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't already subscribed, feel free to do so, as I am always covering everything going on in COD, whether it's news, updates, loadouts, tips, it is all right here every single day. So when it comes to the Haunting 2.0 or the Haunting V2, there's a few things we know for sure already. It is officially starting on October 19th, and it's gonna last for a couple of weeks and end right around the very start of November. And actually, Call of Duty also announced that on the 18th, we're gonna have this whole major reveal for the Haunting event in general. We're going to learn all the official information on the content coming, the various challenges and rewards, and all the new changes that are going to be coming in that update. So we have official information coming then, but curiously enough, even now, a few weeks before all that is revealed and released, we already have a pretty good amount of info on the event based off of context clues or various leaks and rumors, or just other things being announced and teased in games. So for instance, in the whole Season 6 reveal trailer that we got last week prior to the season going live, at the very end, we got our first initial tease for the Haunting returning, and in that little like 5-6 second teaser, they show the night version of Verdansk. So by all indications, we are going to see the return of Verdansk at night. Now, personally, I loved Verdansk at night when we originally had it back during the Haunting of Verdansk 2020. It was just a really cool change of pace. Obviously, certain things are in play on the night version that aren't usually in play on the regular version. Things like thermal sights are maybe a bit more useful. Tracker can be a bit more useful. Like, you got to change up your setups a little bit to sort of combat the lack of light pretty much everywhere. But at the same time, you know, you can still actually see on the map. You know, characters don't blend in that much, although that said, there could be some issues here and there. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But overall, you know, it is Verdansk at night, but it's not like all visibility is just completely destroyed. It's actually just a really cool change of pace, in my opinion. And as mentioned, by all indications, we should see the return of nighttime Verdansk with the whole Haunting event on the 19th. So very, very excited for that. Now, earlier on this week, we actually got like a new Treyarch broadcast, the final Treyarch broadcast for all of Cold War and whatnot. And in this, they had a small portion dedicated to Warzone and what's going on in Season 6. And Amos Hodge, who is the creative director at Raven, actually said that, yeah, we have the whole Halloween event, and it's going to introduce a brand new game mode, is essentially what he ended up saying. So, yeah, last year with the whole Haunting of Verdansk event, we had the Zombies Royale LTM, where we could play as zombies. If you went down, you'd come back as a zombie, and then if you got enough vials, you'd return back as a human. Probably one of the best LTMs we've ever had. Absolute chaos, ton of fun, super cool mode. Honestly, I'm hoping we do see that return, right? But he does specifically say we're going to see a brand new mode or brand new game modes throughout the season. So this to me is indicating that we're going to have something else with this year's Halloween event. But that's not to say we won't see Zombies Royale. We could see something similar to that, or we could see 2 new modes for the Halloween event. And here's why I think that, potentially because in the whole patch notes for Season 6, Raven detailed the upcoming weeks and the various playlist updates and whatnot that are coming. And for the Halloween weeks, on the 21st and on the 28th, after the whole Haunting event is going to be live, we have 2 LTMs that are strictly just pumpkin emojis or pumpkin icons there, obviously signifying that these are going to be Haunting of Verdansk or Haunting event LTMs. And since we have 2 weeks of them, it could just be one long LTM that we're going to see this brand new mode, which I would assume is going to somehow encompass all the themes that we've got going on at the event with nighttime Verdansk and the new skins and whatnot. Or it could be one week we have the new mode, and the next week we have Zombies Royale, if in fact it is returning. But either way, we know for a fact we are getting at least a brand new mode and potentially the return of Zombies Royale with the Halloween event. Now, on top of that, it was actually officially announced that the Haunting event is going to introduce the final ranged DLC weapon for the whole Cold War era for Warzone and Cold War. That, of course, is going to be the Lapa SMG. We also have the whole hammer and sickle, and that'll be coming after the Haunting event, they said. But with the event, we are going to see the new SMG added in. And as mentioned, this is it for DLC weapons for Cold War. After this, it's all going to be Vanguard weapons once Vanguard Season 1 starts. So this will be the end of that, and the Haunting event is going to introduce that SMG. Who knows how it's going to play into the meta? You know, as Season 6 launched, we got the Grav, and then we also got the Ironhide, neither of which are really anything crazy, but you look at the previous SMGs that we've gotten for DLC weapons, and they've all been pretty solid, so that'll be dropping with the Halloween event. So we have a guaranteed new weapon coming with this as well, which personally I'm very excited for. Obviously, anytime there's a big change in the meta, like the addition of a new weapon, it's pretty impactful on the game, so of course we'll be covering that when it ends up releasing. Then one of the main things that was like a big draw for the Haunting of Verdansk event last year was the crossover skins that we got for the very first time, and that'll be something that's also returning this year. We're not going to see the exact same skins. Instead, we know for sure that Ghostface, aka Scream, is going to be coming. The whole Scream skin or Ghostface skin actually glitched into some people's games, including my buddy Prestigious Key. He made like a whole initial tweet about it right when the season dropped, and Call of Duty quote tweeted that, confirming that yes, Ghostface is in fact coming as a brand new skin. And according to some leaks, so you know, bear in mind it's not 100% official until it's officially announced, but according to some leaks, Donnie Darko and the whole Frank Rabbit skin could be coming to the game. So it seems like Ghostface and Donnie Darko could be like the main two theme skins for the Haunting event. Those will be coming as brand new bundles. We don't know if they're going to be individual operators or if they're going to be just skins for previously existing operators like we usually see with some of the store stuff. We're going to have to wait and see for that, but we do have some new crossover stuff coming, which is obviously pretty exciting. Also, I did want to mention, I sort of alluded to it earlier when we were talking about Nighttime Verdansk. For the most part, at least last year, we didn't really have a huge issue with, you know, not being able to see characters. However, Ghostface, I feel like could potentially blend in kind of well if the map is, you know, poorly lit in some areas. So hopefully we don't see like a whole pay to win scenario there, sort of like the Rose skin back in the day, but you never know. I did want to bring that up though. And then finally, the most basic parts of the Haunting event is of course the event itself. As with all these other events that we usually see once or twice per season, there's going to be a new series of challenges that each offer a handful of different rewards, like calling cards, stickers, charms, probably a blueprint or two as like the main unlocks for like completing all the challenges, sort of similar like what we had with the Numbers event. We saw this with the Rebirth event when that map was first introduced. Last year with the Haunting of Verdansk event, we had like the Gra Pumpkin Punisher blueprint, I think it was called, something like that. So we can expect those to return. I believe I saw some people talking about how there should be 9 challenges for Cold War, then also 9 challenges for Warzone, pretty much just like the whole Numbers event that we just had, with various rewards for doing all those. So pretty basic stuff in terms of those specifically. We see that with every single event. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but per usual, because this is a new seasonal themed event, we are going to have a handful of new smaller rewards to complete in the background of everything else that's going on. So yeah, there you have it. With all that being said, that is effectively everything we currently know about the Haunting event coming to Cold War and Warzone here in just a couple of weeks. As mentioned, the 18th, we're going to have like the whole big reveal for the event. We're going to be covering all the info there. Should be a ton of fun, so make sure you are here on the channel for that. If you're new here or if you haven't already subscribed, feel free to do so. I am always covering absolutely everything going on in COD. And of course, if you enjoyed this video or if you're excited for the Haunting event, let me know by dropping a like on it. Seriously does help out the channel. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. The links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.